Hello everyone, my name is Cyberprime, and I like the rain. It's a good song. And I am here with Turtle Guy, and as you can see from the thumbnail, we got to see the Suicide Squad in theaters.
Yeah, because
and it was
Warner
a
Brothers
glorious
loves us so
experience.
much.
Yeah,
They're
there's...
like, hey, Cyberprime, Turtle Guy, and friends, we bought you an entire theater to show you. No.
No, that didn't
We
happen.
cannot lie to you, dear viewer.
Hey,
It
Warner
released
Bros.
early in our
If you want us,
in our territory. Hey,
we're
Warner
here.
Bros. You know, we like the film. We're big fans.
It was actually a really good film. The way this video is going to start off, it's just our general thoughts on the film. It's going to start off with non-spoilers, and then there'll be a massive spoiler warning, or it might be subtle, and we'll just say it. But then we'll go into
Warner
the spoilers.
Brothers, please don't kill us for doing.
We'll
probably go like light spoilers. But if you want to see our full spoiler breakdown and in-depth review, check out the Tired TV Talks channel around whenever the movie releases.
Yeah, this will probably go out
7th of August.
This will probably go out very soon. Well, obviously it'll be very soon for you because it's the day you're watching it. But it'll go out maybe the day before it releases everywhere else, and then hopefully if we have.
I feel as if we're confusing ourselves just talking about release date. I feel like a time traveler.
Yeah, but then the actual extended cut of this is going to be on the Tired TV Talks, and that is going to be a couple days after.
Very detailed.
Possibly the next day, but we're not going to agree to. We're not going to make any promises, so it'll be soon. Anyway. So, spoiler free, out of 10, what would you give this movie, Turtle Guy?
9. 9.5.
I would also give it a 9. That is very, very good. That is very cool. So, I think real quick before we get into the actual story stuff, this movie had a great soundtrack. Music was used very well in this movie.
Goodness.
I like this. I like this. James Gunn knows how to do soundtrack.
There was some great score.
Yeah.
At times, and then there was also, because that's what you want in a film. You don't want, oh yeah, the fucking radio music was great, but this was great radio music that fit in with the scene.
Yeah, and then there was
along
also
with
cinematic, like actual
orchestration.
Yeah, I can't actually think of the thing off the top of my head, but I swear it is good.
Well, you see, it also has not been released for us.
Exactly, so you can't look it up on YouTube.
We can't look it up and listen to it, and listen to fancy dubstep remixes like I never do.
Yeah, or don't look up epic versions of a song, which I always do, not gonna lie.
Done by certain composers.
Like the rain sometimes.
I would also like to point out for the record, because this isn't the minute that spoiler alert, that song appears halfway through the film. We won't give details when and where. But it appears during the film, and myself and Cyberprime, we were jamming out.
We were genuinely jamming out.
Shaking like we don't care.
It was actually.
The two other people we went with were unimpressed.
Yeah, but we were slightly distracted.
We do not. Oh wait, what's the lyrics? We do not mind. No.
Don't mind. Oh fuck, we don't mind the rain sometimes, 'cause that's the only way the roses bloom. Anyway, something like that, but it was great. Good music. Grandson, very good.
Poured their heart into that song. If you're listening to this review, we're so sorry, but also good
we're sorry that we've
music.
Destroyed your music, but holy shit, you make amazing music.
Alright, Cyberprime,
but anyway,
calm down. The people came here to hear our thoughts about the film.
Yes. Okay. So one of the biggest things, and probably the most iconic things about the Suicide Squad, is that they die. Turtle Guy, without spoiling it instantly. What did you think about the roster, and what do you think about the face of some of the roster, and what was your thoughts about that? How do you think? Did you think it was handled well?
Well, you see, I, an intellectual, knew the tagline was "Don't get attached."
I failed at that for one specific character.
You failed miserably.
For one specific character.
If you've heard our videos on this,
you'll know the character that
you know he is very
very attached to a specific
to a
character.
certain character.
Yeah.
I don't know why you are.
I don't know why either, to be honest, because this particular character is a pretty
Did certain
dickhead.
actor just really be nice to you? Like, did the actor give you a cookie way back years ago and be like...
Never met the actor, but hey, if you ever want to come on and talk about the role, beep, then feel free. Just come on over. But I think that the characters and deaths were handled well for the most part. There was a lot of it you could kind of see coming if you just studied the trailers a little bit, but it was still done really well.
Plus, if you just wanted the character to fail. Also, big slight warning: if you're not into gore, this is not the film
there's
for
gore,
you.
there's nudity.
There is.
There is a penis hanging out at one point, which I guess is nudity. There is. Yeah, am I the only?
When?
There is. When they're going through a camp, someone opens the window and they have no pants on, but they have a shirt on, which is strange. So that was the thing. Unless my eyes deceived me, I don't rewatch it just for that scene.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, I did rewatch certain films to watch Ben Affleck see his remember.
I don't even know what movie you're referencing. But anyway,
I would not like to. If you know, you know. Type it in the comments if you know.
I don't actually know. That's not even a joke. But anyway, a lot of gore in this, a lot of nudity, not nudity, a lot of gore. But they do very funny jokes with the gore.
If you don't like rats, stay away from this film.
Oh yeah, or no,
sharks?
that's kind
you
of
have
it.
a phobia
if you don't like sharks, then
rats, and clowns, stay away from this film.
And mothers. But that's only a
this film was kind of we'll go more into depth in this in the deep dive.
Yeah, again, deep dive where we'll talk about each character specifically.
There was a lot of parental stuff.
Yeah,
and
there was.
I don't know. I need to double check because I'm not 100% sure, but I feel because this was written around about 2019, 2020. No, I believe it was written 2019. And then filmed it was filmed around 2019 to the start of 2020. Then it wrapped up before the pandemic. And but it was also, I believe, James Gunn's father died during that period.
Oh.
So after Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I think even after Infinity War or what have you, the director's father died. So I don't know if that had much impact on the story.
Maybe, actually, because when you think about it, there was actually a lot of imagery about that. There was like three characters had like massive parental stuff going on. Three of the main gallery. Three of the
main ones. There was some implied.
Yeah. But yeah, special effects wise, this was a fantastic movie. The gore was amazing. The villain was done cool. The powers themselves were done very well. How do I word this? There's some things which they didn't really explain an awful lot. Specifically, one character comes to my mind, but they didn't really need to. But there were some things that they kind of brushed over a little bit, if that makes sense. Yeah,
there were certain characters they were hyping up, and they didn't end up doing much.
Yeah.
Or they were
there.
And there were certain things I was expecting them to do, which they kind of maybe. And they didn't go any further with?
Yeah, there was one big thing in relation to the villain that I thought they were going to do, which we'll talk about in the thing. I feel like I'm always saying that. But there was one big thing I thought they'd do with the villain and their abilities that they didn't actually end up doing, which I was very surprised by. But the actual villain, actually had... It wasn't like Thanos level writing, it wasn't like an incredibly excellently written villain, but the villain was actually good. I actually liked the motivations as well.
I said this to Cyber Prime beforehand. This is very classic James Gunn, and you could very much tell he was let loose.
Yeah,
and not because if you see Guardians of the Galaxy, you kind of see he's a little tampered a bit. You can't do this much gore, and he's like, oh, emotions, all right, but put a joke in,
Yeah.
Because the Guardians of the
Have a little
Galaxy
fun.
films are kind of like, yeah, it's like there's constantly jokes. And I've seen reviews like, oh yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy would be there's constantly jokes and they don't give the emotions time to breathe. Whereas this, there is emotional scenes.
Yeah, there is. But there is also jokes. It's a very funny movie, but they do a good balance.
Yeah, and each character, for some, despite their screen time and stuff, are relatively fleshed out.
Yeah, there's some of them. Each character has at least one good line or one thing. There's some of them which I would have liked to have had seen more of, but they're each of them have at least one good line or one good scene or one good joke.
Or one good moment.
Yeah, or something
for
like
some,
that.
I'm not gonna give away, but
Yeah,
one good death.
Yes. I think there's only one character which. Sorry, carry on. You say what you were gonna say.
I thought you were getting angry like one good death. Oh, you mean to say a character dies in this film? That's what I liked about this film. In a Marvel movie, you're like, the main character, one of the main antagonists die, or protagonists. Oh.
Yeah, but then
yeah.
Suicide Squad. Oh no! Oh fuck, that's a great movie. That's a great soundtrack. But there's only one character that I can really think of off the top of my head, which basically did nothing. Well, no, they did something which led to something which I hated, but it wasn't incredibly special. But that was just me. But what they did caused something that I fucking hated to happen. I have only one gripe about this movie, and it's not actually. I'm not going to say what it is. We'll leave it until the other thing.
I'm gonna put us back on the beaten track a bit, and let's go through characters in a non-spoilerish way. Colonel Rick Flag, what did you think of him?
Way better than I thought he was going to be. I'll be honest.
Way better than the first one. The first one he was like, do this. This is good. I
boned the villain.
Get murdered. I may have caused the whole events of the movie because love. I'm Rick Flag. Where in this he genuinely seemed energetic and
he seems like a person, if that makes sense.
Like there was a good few scenes where he was genuinely like a cool guy. And he
wasn't fighting. There was like just chilling. He wasn't as like wound up.
Yeah, he still had that military feel to him, but he was also, yeah, we gotta do this, and I'm in charge.
Yeah.
But also, don't kill me.
Yeah, exactly. And he didn't. He didn't actually have like the death. I actually preferred this. In this movie, Amanda Waller. I don't think this is a spoiler, but in this movie, Amanda Waller has the button to kill people. It's not Rick Flag, and I prefer that. That's way better.
Yeah,
Amanda Waller in this movie is really fucking good. That's just one thing. Amanda Waller is really good.
We'll come around to her section.
Yeah.
We won't be doing time codes because that's a waste of money.
Yeah, and also
another thing they do in this film.
More detail in the Tire TV.
Yeah.
Talks.
Another thing they do that you mentioned, the bombs and necks, like you mentioned. It's in a suitcase. In the original first film, it was an iPad.
It's a tablet. Yeah, I know.
It's a tablet. Like, the suitcase makes sense, because, yeah, that seems like something unhackable. Or like something people just couldn't break into and be like...
Yeah. Good job we don't have a hacker villain in prison.
Oh, shit.
There's also, I forgot to mention...
Hackerman.
There's one character that's in this movie that didn't necessarily need to be the character that they were, and the story would have been the exact same. But I'll go back into the Suicide Squad, or I mean into the Tire TV Talks video. Sorry. Anyway, carry on.
No, you mean the Tire TV Talks.
Yeah,
anyway,
the Tire.
Next up, everyone's favorite character, the most hyped up character, Javelin.
Javelin was very good. Javelin was integral to the story. And I am proud to say that.
I loved every time Javelin showed up.
No, yeah, and I loved it from the beginning to the end. That Javelin actually. Design. Yeah, no, Javelin actually did have a coolish design, and a cool accent. But yeah, who's next on our Suicide Squad list?
So yeah, Javelin, good guy. Like I said, like you said, everyone gets at least one big joke.
Yeah.
Next up is
Except
Blackguard.
for one. Yeah, Blackguard actually was also pretty good. A little bit more screen time than I actually thought. But pretty good.
Yeah, not too much we can say about Blackguard, but
No, there's
not
one
too much
little
we want to
gripe
give
about
away.
a little gripe about that character, but that's again. Okay, from now on, I'm not just going to say that we're talking about it in the Tire TV talk, because you know we're going to talk about it in the Tire TV talk. So, yeah, I'll basically just go watch that. So, but yeah,
watch the Tire TV talk. So, finish watching this, leave a like, then go to the Tire TV talk.
And leave a comment down below what you actually thought about it without spoilers. And then when you go to the Tire TV talk, maybe you can leave a spoiler comment there, but we'll have to see. But you have to be very careful. But anyway.
And also, when the Tire TV talk is up, there'll be a link somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, there will be. Hopefully.
So next up, we're gonna skip one. I'm gonna save that character till the end. King Shark, what did you think? I don't want to give too much away about this character. Like, they always kind of do. I love every animation, or not animation, but like every time they've ever done this character has been great. I don't think I've ever seen a show or anything that has misdone this character.
Yeah, and for all the ones that I'm thinking in my head, like this version is different to the Flash, and it's also different to the Harley Quinn show, because I've seen a clip or two of that King Shark.
The Harley Quinn show goes for more humorous, but he talks more, and kind of the opposite of what this one goes for. The Flash one is more big CGI monster, but also they give King Shark somewhat emotions on some cool fights.
Yeah, and he's he is kind of a smart scientist as well.
He's a smart scientist, plus the design is... Because this is more pudgy, plushy, whereas the Flash is like this fucking bodybuilder shark.
Oh god.
Fun factoid, King Shark was originally planned to be in the first 2016 Suicide Squad, and was going to be a hammerhead shark. I feel like some places... Because in the comics he was a hammerhead shark. There is a comic panel, which is probably, hopefully, with the power of editing technology on your screen. But I think that's a filming nightmare for two reasons. Number one, hammerhead sharks don't film well. Go watch Shark Tale, find out.
Finding
don't
Dory.
do that.
Or wait, no, Finding... Fuck, hang on. Was there a hammerhead one Finding Nemo? Or I'm thinking... Oh, yeah, I am thinking of Shark Tale. Sorry,
Shark Tale.
I am thinking of Shark Tale.
Because it's really weird to do a character where eyes are like so far away.
Yeah. I can imagine that actually. Because how do they look at you? Do they have to look away?
Yeah, it's kind of hard for them to focus on a character because like. But yeah, all I'll say is King Shark is bloody good stuff.
Yeah, he is. Pretty cool.
So next up is Peter Capaldi's The Thinker. He does go by a different alias, like we mentioned in videos before. This is not Clifford DeVoe's The Thinker. This is someone else taking the mantle as The Thinker. Yeah.
And I have one tiny gripe about this character, but apart from that, it was flawless.
Yeah, for some reason, his accent was strange, because the actor is Scottish.
Yeah, he didn't sound super Scottish.
He wasn't leaning into a Scottish, he was just more going for English.
Yeah. It worked though.
But yeah, if you're a Doctor Who fan, you'll love this, and if you're a Peter Capaldi fan, he's playing a villain, but he just plays it so well, I think.
Yeah, Turtle Guy very much enjoyed every time that character appeared on screen. Yeah, it was very good. So, what is our next character on our list?
Next up is Ratcatcher 2. Not to be confused with Ratcatcher 1, who we won't talk about that much until the other bigger review.
The other one, yes.
Because they don't do much.
Yes, but Ratcatcher 2, pretty cool. Cool design, very, very well played.
Possibly one of my favorite characters? I don't know. I just really like the actress.
There was a running joke with the character that I found very entertaining, but like, it wasn't like a massive joke, but it was pretty good though.
It was very well done in certain jokes, and I think James Gunn knows perfectly when to stop a joke or just...
Yeah, it's not overused.
Things would be like, Yeah, because you watch a kids film and it's like ha 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 ha. Whereas this, it's every so often and it's done subtly, and you're like, oh yeah, and it pays off.
Yeah, and it's not. Yeah, that's another thing. It's not actually always pointed out. Like, it's not necessarily always the joke. That's the main joke.
It's not
happening.
like the movie is hitting you over the head. Hey, laugh.
Yeah, laugh. Do it now. Ha ha ha. But yeah, there was also another thing about that character that I had no idea about. That was kind of a central running thing, and I quite much enjoyed that actually. But again,
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about. You know the part of that character which wasn't really in the trailers, but was there. You know.
Well, it's either the. I'm gonna be really vague and say either the powers or the origin.
Powers.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. So yeah, good character.
Good character. Next up, Mongal.
Mongal, if I'm being honest, is my least favorite character in the entire.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
For multiple reasons.
It falls
yeah.
Oh.
No, not really. It was just there is like I can't really explain this without going into spoilers territory for a certain thing that happens. But this character
Alright, ladies and gents, if you want to see why Cyberprime despises
Hey, no, I didn't say
so
despise. She has a really cool design, and she has a really cool, there's.
Does she even kill anyone?
No spoilers.
Okay, beat that out.
I know the answer to that question. She does kill. She definitely does kill. But she very much kills. But she's cool design. She's an alien, which didn't really come into play at all. But like apart from that, that's the only thing I'll say.
Has a strange relationship to a big Justice League villain that wasn't touched on at all.
Wait, really? What is? What is the big relation?
I think she is related to or some version of Mongol, who's like a big world destroyer or something, or a big Superman villain.
Oh.
You wouldn't know much about.
I would not know much about anything to do with Superman, if I'm being honest. But yeah, okay. Next character. We are at 25, nearly 25 minutes. Holy shit! This is remember when this meant to be a 10-minute.
This is a bumper stuff. Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah, we fucked up. So let's power through these really quick. Harley Quinn, what did you think? Yes or no?
Very good, very good. Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie always plays the character really well.
Yeah.
Like very, very good.
I need to rewatch it because there was a certain bit I didn't really understand, but I think I do now. But I'll give it a second chance.
Yeah, no, you should. The Suicide Squad is very much its own movie, but there is references to the first Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, but it's not like.
Again, it's not in your face.
It's just kind of like it's not in your face, and like if you don't watch them, you're not going to lose sleep over it.
Yeah, it's not taken away from your understanding of the movie or the character. It's just a little kind of thing.
It's a little nugget of knowledge. Next up, Peacemaker.
Very good. Way better than I thought it was going to be, I'll be honest.
He has a really cool fight sequence that I can't wait to talk about in the spoiler thing.
Yeah.
Because they do some interesting stuff with him.
Yeah, they do. Very, very cool character. Completely not at all what I was expecting, really.
Very well done. Yeah, a lot of these characters you think, oh, it's just gonna be this, and you're like, holy shit. And really good performance from John Cena.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Surprisingly good. He's like he's good in Bumblebee as well, but he was actually really good in that movie.
What do you know? Wrestlers are great actors.
It's apparently becoming a thing. It's been a thing for a while.
But anyway, moving quickly on because the video is getting too damn long. Polka Dot Man.
Very good, although I expected that.
Very good. The actor is so great.
He genuinely is good.
He's been in The Flash. He's been in The Flash, Gotham. He voiced the character in Batman: The Long Halloween. I believe he was in The Dark Knight. He was in Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yeah.
And I think that's all.
Yeah, but he's Like that's a fucking great. That's like a great,
that is a great
list.
Resume.
Resume. That's the word. I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah.
That is also that out of nowhere. I don't know why that particularly reminded me, but we should do a video where we should maybe even on Tired TV Talks where we come up with our own roster for the next Suicide Squad movie. But anyway, let's carry on. I think that might be an interesting idea.
Research. Yeah. So we're slowly getting through them. Next up is Bloodsport.
Bloodsport, very cool. Idris Elba is, I think, one of my favorite actors.
Idris Elba is great. He's really good on that. Yeah, he's very much on that verge. Like at the start of the film, I'm like, Idris Elba's character. Bloodsport. Oh look, Bloodsport go. Look at Bloodsport go. Hey.
Yeah, he is very good at this. He's also developed over time, which is cool.
Yes. Like a fine blade.
Yeah.
Okay, there's some of these I'm mixing up the order. Savant,
surprisingly, like, did more than I thought, actually.
Really integral to the story.
No, it's not even that. Like, they genuinely, there was more of Savant than I actually was expecting in the film, which was quite cool.
Yeah.
He didn't have a toilet in his cell, which was something.
Yeah, I now realized that. I was like, oh, he dropped his orange juice. Well, fuck, that's not orange juice.
Nope.
So, next up, we're getting a little rougher, we're getting a little deeper, and, prepare your soul. Weasel!
I'm not going to explain what, but Weasel has probably the best joke in the movie. Associated with them.
There's a good few, but yeah, Weasel is an interesting character.
A
beautiful performance is given.
It is, but like, oh god, it is. I think it's my favorite joke in the entire movie is associated with Weasel, and it's amazing. It's really good.
CG character.
Yeah.
It works so well.
Also, his design is actually fucking top notch because it is really like.
Because you could have very easily went for like a Rocket Raccoon, where it's just like get a Weasel type character of which you have, and then cover it in like clothes and like an army vest and stuff, and just give it guns.
Yeah, or even
Weasel rocks up all natural.
I think even in the comics, there's like the Weasel is more of like a werewolf rather than like what Weasel is in the movie, which is cool. Yeah. But yeah, very good character.
Alright, next up, Nathan Fillion as TDK. Sabaprema would like to reinforce, although there are some clips that reveals the character's name, but if you don't know, we're not going to give away the character's name, because it appears that they're going for the direction it's a big joke in the film, but it's already been kind of guessed.
Yeah, and also I've actually forgotten what it was. I remember the first word and I remember the third word. I can't remember what the D stands for.
The Kingdom.
It's it's the Dark Knight, everybody. But very also interesting character. It was interesting to see Nathan Fillion as like not in a nice role, if that makes sense. Just kind of a dick. There was another good joke about him. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, also his like moveset is quite good. It was what I expected, but they did it in a way that I didn't expect, if that makes sense. Anyway, next character.
And we'll speed through this very quickly because we probably already hit the half-an-hour mark. Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang had a great design. It had some pretty alright lines, actually. Had a cool action sequence, actually.
Beautifully done.
I actually don't know why that bow, like, why did the boomerangs glow in the dark in this one? I actually don't know.
Because
it looked cool.
It looked good.
It did, yeah, no, it looked cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looked cool.
Lighting, and it looks cool, and he got some new boomerangs.
And a new costume. The costume was cool. And he had some good kind of play with the other Suicide Squad members.
Some bloody good banter.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, pretty good.
Good stuff.
Very good character.
So last and not least, the woman pulling all the strings, Amanda Waller.
One of the best characters in the movie.
Oh.
Definitely. She's just so, like, aggressively gets what she wants, if that makes sense. Very cold.
Yeah.
It's just, very, very, very good. Even in Hell to Pay, like, they do, DC just do that character very well.
She was great in, like you say, the animated Hell to Pay film. In the Justice League cartoons, she's fucking great as well. Arrow, she was done perfectly. Anything,
Yeah, she's
like,
in Arrow as well.
Viola Davis is really good in this. Anything she's in, she's really good. But this was just amazing.
Yeah, no, she really, the character was played really well. Fantastic. Easily one of my favorite parts of the movie, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, 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 very good.
But yeah, she was really good. She was really intense in times.
Yeah.
Which, like you said, in the Hell to Pay film, she was quite really intense as well. There wasn't much... Like, Amanda Waller is very much... She serves the government extremely. Hell to Pay, which we've mentioned once or twice, you should definitely check out before or after seeing this film, because it's very...
Some of it is kind of inspired. Or at least parallel.
Yeah, or it's very... It's very close to the comic counterpart.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's good stuff.
Very good stuff.
So yeah, that's most of the characters that I think we're going to mention. We may or may not have overdone it.
Yeah, we may or may not have overdone it, but yeah, there's also one member of the Suicide Squad, one secret member that we're not going to discuss, but don't worry, that character will get a lengthy discussion in the entire TV Talks episode.
Yes, even though it took me a second to realize who the hell that character was.
Yes, but you know that character.
You know him, you love him.
Yeah, you do.
Or them.
Yeah. Thank you. That was our thoughts on the Suicide Squad movie and the characters and how they were done.
Like we've mentioned, and quite frankly, we're sick of mentioning. We'll have a full spoiler deep dive. If you were on the fence about this film and you finally got to the end of this video, you're no longer on the fence about this film. You should go see it. I hated the last Suicide Squad.
It's it's its own thing. It's its own thing artistically. It's its own thing, like, comedy-wise. It's its own thing tonally. It's much more colorful.
If you like Guardians of the Galaxy or that kind of thing, you'll like this, but it ups the ante.
It's kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy mixed with Pulp Fiction mixed with Suicide Squad, the first one. But
on drugs.
Yeah, it is genuinely very, very good.
Very intense.
Yep. But
some would say too intense. Yeah, definitely. But also do your research about this film as well. I also would say, like, if you're not into gore or rats, or look up things, because it says 16s, but it's 18.
Yeah, it was 16s. That was mad.
So if you're not into that,
yeah, look
it up.
It is very gory.
Yeah, like if you're gore, I'm trying to think of the word, but I can't.
Limit.
Work around it 100%. Yeah, if you can stomach. Yeah, there you go. If you can stomach some gore, fine. Yeah, that's a better word. But if you're like the sight of blood.
Oh, if you're the sight of blood, just no, you're not gonna make it through the low. No.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Also,
unfortunately.
Yeah. If you're a very emotional person as well, it might not be the best. But, yeah. I think that'll be it. So, overall, this was a fantastic movie.
I've only non-spoiler comment in the thingy.
In the comments, yeah.
In the thingy.
So, we've been Turtanium, Cyberprime, and he was Turtle Guy, and we hope that you enjoy this video, and hopefully you'll enjoy the Suicide Squad whenever it comes out in your area. So, you should let us know your thoughts about it down below. We'd actually be really interested to have a healthy discussion about it in the comments. Be your dirty work. Oh yeah. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go and like and subscribe. Oh yeah.